What if I told you that someone close to you is manipulating your reality bit by bit until you start questioning your own sanity? That the memories and perceptions you've always trusted are being slowly eroded by someone you thought you could depend on. This silent, almost invisible form of psychological abuse is called gaslighting, and it's more common than you think. It could be happening right now in your own life, and you might not even realize it. Today, we're diving deep into the dark art of gaslighting, what it is, who uses it, and crucially, how it affects those who are often the most vulnerable to it, energetically sensitive people. Whether you've heard this term before or it's entirely new to you, understanding gaslighting is vital because it's not just a buzzword. It's a subtle, insidious form of manipulation that can dismantle your sense of self until you're left feeling lost, confused, and disconnected from your own reality. So let me ask you again, what if everything you thought you knew, your memories, your feelings, even your sanity, has been slowly twisted and distorted by someone you trust? Are you ready to uncover the truth and reclaim your reality? Then let's begin. So, what exactly is gaslighting? The term comes from a 1938 play called Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into believing she's losing her mind by gradually dimming the gaslights in their home, while insisting that nothing has changed. It's a fitting metaphor for how gaslighting works. It's not a sudden blow to the head, it's a slow, creeping fog that obscures your vision, making you doubt what you see, what you hear, and ultimately, what you know to be true. Gaslighting is a tactic used by individuals, often those close to us, to gain power and control. It's a form of emotional abuse that can happen in any relationship, romantic, familial, platonic, or even professional. But it's not always obvious. In fact, gaslighting is often so subtle that the person being gaslighted doesn't realize it's happening until they're deep in the grip of self-doubt. Here's how it typically starts. Small, seemingly insignificant comments that make you question your own memories or perceptions. Maybe you remember a conversation where you and your partner discuss something important, but when you bring it up later, they insist it never happened. Or perhaps you're excited about an accomplishment at work, but when you share it with a friend, they downplay it, telling you it's not that big of a deal or that you're exaggerating your role. These are the seeds of gaslighting. At first, you might brush off these incidents. After all, everyone remembers things differently, right? But over time, these small seeds grow into a dense, suffocating forest of doubt. You start to second-guess yourself, wondering if maybe you are misremembering things, or if you're just being too sensitive. The more it happens, the more you begin to rely on the gaslighter to tell you what's real, because your own sense of reality feels increasingly shaky. Let's pause for a moment and consider why someone would engage in this kind of manipulation. Gaslighters often have deep-seated insecurities or personality disorders, such as narcissism or sociopathy. Narcissists, for example, crave power and control. They use gaslighting to keep you off balance, to feel superior, protecting their fragile ego from any threat. Sociopaths, on the other hand, might gaslight simply because they enjoy the power it gives them over others. For them, it's a game, a way to manipulate others for their own amusement or gain. But the motivations of the gaslighter are not your responsibility. What matters is recognizing the signs of gaslighting and understanding its impact on you, especially if you're someone who's energetically sensitive. Energetically sensitive people are those who are deeply attuned to the emotions and energies of others. You might be someone who feels the emotions of those around you intensely, who picks up on subtle changes in mood or atmosphere, and often prioritizes the well-being of others above your own. While this sensitivity is a gift, it also makes you more vulnerable to emotional manipulation, like gaslighting. So, how does gaslighting affect someone who is energetically sensitive? The effects can be devastating. If you're already inclined to doubt your own needs in favor of others, gaslighting can amplify this tendency, making you feel like your perceptions and feelings are always wrong or unimportant. You might find yourself constantly apologizing, even when you've done nothing wrong, or you might start to withdraw from relationships and social situations out of fear that you'll be criticized or dismissed. Over time, the constant self-doubt and second-guessing can lead to anxiety, depression, and a deep sense of isolation. You might start to feel like you're losing touch with your intuition, that inner voice that usually guides you. This disconnection from your inner self can be incredibly painful, especially for those who rely on their intuition to navigate the world. Let's explore some real-life examples of what gaslighting might look like. In a romantic relationship, you express concern about your partner's behavior, perhaps their lack of communication or respect for your boundaries. Instead of acknowledging your feelings, they turn the tables, saying you're too sensitive or imagining things. They might say, "You're always overreacting. I don't know how to talk to you anymore without you getting upset." Over time, you begin to question whether your concerns are valid or if you're really just being overly emotional. In a family setting, you confront a parent about a hurtful comment they made. Rather than apologizing, they insist it was just a joke and accuse you of being too serious or dramatic. They might say, "You need to lighten up. Can't you take a joke?" You start to feel like you can't trust your own reactions, and you begin to suppress your emotions to avoid conflict. In a workplace, your boss takes credit for your ideas or dismisses your contributions in meetings. When you bring it up, they tell you you're imagining things, or that you're not working hard enough to deserve recognition. They might say, "I didn't steal your idea. You must have misunderstood. Besides, you didn't really develop it fully anyway." You start to question your own abilities and wonder if you're truly capable of doing your job well. These examples illustrate how gaslighting can manifest in different areas of life, but the common thread is the erosion of your self-confidence and the gradual takeover of your reality by someone else's narrative. Now let's talk about what you can do if you suspect you're being gaslighted. The first and most important step is to trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Your feelings and perceptions are valid, no matter what anyone else says. Remember, gaslighting is designed to make you doubt yourself. So the more you can ground yourself in your own reality, the harder it will be for the gaslighter to manipulate you. Next, seek support. Gaslighting thrives in isolation, so it's crucial to reach out to trusted friends, family members, or a therapist who can help validate your experiences. Having someone else confirm that what you're feeling is real can be incredibly powerful and can help you start to break free from the gaslighter's influence. Educate yourself about gaslighting. The more you understand about these tactics, the easier it becomes to spot them and protect yourself. There are plenty of resources available, books, articles, online communities, where you can learn more about gaslighting and connect with others who have experienced it. Setting clear boundaries is also essential. You have the right to your own thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If someone in your life consistently dismisses or undermines your reality, it's time to put some distance between you and that person. Boundaries might mean limiting your interactions with them, or it could mean cutting ties entirely if the relationship is toxic. For energetically sensitive people, self-care is especially important. Reconnecting with your inner voice is crucial to reclaiming your reality. Engage in activities that reinforce your sense of self. Journaling, for example, can be a powerful tool for sorting through your thoughts and emotions. Meditation or mindfulness practices can help you stay grounded in the present moment and reconnect with your intuition. Spending time in nature, away from the noise and manipulation of others, can also be incredibly healing. Grounding techniques such as deep breathing exercises or physical activities like yoga or walking can help you restore your sense of balance and clarity, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed by the emotional fallout of gaslighting. The goal is to rebuild your connection with your inner self so that you can trust your own perceptions and emotions again. Remember, the key to overcoming gaslighting is reclaiming your own narrative. By acknowledging the manipulation and taking steps to heal, you can regain control over your thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Trust yourself, seek support, and know that you have the power to break free from the cycle of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a powerful and destructive form of psychological abuse, but it doesn't have to define your reality. With awareness, support, and self-care, you can reclaim your truth and rebuild your sense of self. It's a journey, but with the right tools and the right mindset, you can emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Thank you for being here with me today. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to share it with others who might benefit from understanding this dark art. Remember, your reality is valid, your perceptions matter, and you are not alone in this journey. Stay illuminated, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves and keep shining your light. Namaste.